What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gamers Be Like. I'm Bond, and today I'm gonna run down my top 7 Steelbooks of 2018. So before I start, I just want to make sure you guys know what I'm classing as a Steelbook, and it is the official Steelbooks that look like this. So I'll just show you the difference between what some people class as Steelbooks and who don't. But so Hitman Season 1 was a Steelbook. This one, Hitman 2, was a metal pack, so no. Personally, I don't really like these cases at all because the hinges make them look kind of ugly. But they do have the benefit of being open, but I never really open my stuff like that, so obviously I don't too much care. So yeah, Steelbooks look like this. You can tell they have a very kind of iconic spine. Metal packs, future packs, all the other crap, steel cases look like this. So any little of that I'm not going to have. A couple of dishonorable mentions before I go into my top 7 are the ones with upside down spines, no title on the spine. So Far Cry 5, for example, was upside down. Spider-Man and Darksiders 3 both had no title on the spine at all, which bugs me a lot. Spider-Man could have easily been on this list with a title on the spine because I personally love the color red. So yeah, but anyway, enough of the bad ones and into the good ones. So at number 7, Forza Horizon 4. So I love the cover for this. You can see all the kind of leaves and stuff around it. It's nice and shiny. Inside we have, should have probably taken these discs out ahead of time. Inside we have the McLaren looking all beautiful, doors up, on a sunset. Not quite as colourful as the cover, but there we go. Title on the spine and the correct way up. The back is where it loses some places on my list, was because it's pretty plain. It could have been a nice, gorgeous piece of scenery from the British countryside, but instead they went for plain white with the logo. So yeah, otherwise it probably would have been a lot higher on this list. It's about the only downfall of it, I think. But either way, it is a very nice Steelbook. The cover is beautiful. The inside looks very appealing. And yeah. So next we have, I don't have anywhere to put these. I'll just put it to one side, I guess. Next up we have Monster Hunter World. So this came out in January. And I think it was my first Steelbook of the year. But I like this one a lot because of you can see how it's shiny and matte. I love the Steelbooks that do this, so the monster stands out a lot more from the background. Especially, if I shine it like that, it doesn't reflect the light as much, so he stands out a lot more. Gives it that kind of 3D effect. The spine is there and correct. Much like the Forza one, this one's a little more interesting. It's not just plain grey or something, it's kind of that scratched up metal. But again, it is just the logo of the game on the back. On the inside, we have another pretty cool scene with two monsters fighting each other. I haven't played the game too much, so I don't know what the monsters are, but it is a very cool scene nonetheless. And so yeah, so that's number 6. Number 5, let me take the discs out ahead of time. We have Yakuza Kiwami 2. So the front cover has I had his name in my head. It's completely gone from me, but the protagonist, you guys will, I'm sure, correct me in the comments. And I think it's the villain on the back. Not 100% sure on that, though, because, again, I didn't get much time into this game yet. It's definitely one I want to go back to, though. On the inside, we have this gorgeous, colourful, neon-soaked Tokyo looking area. I believe the city's fictional, but I mean it's obviously a very Japanese kind of looking town, city. Got the kind of ripply water going through the middle here, river, canal, whatever. Again, spine present and correct. And yeah, it's a very like the front and back, the outside of it is very white, but it still looks incredible. It's not as colourful as say the Forza one, but I still really like the doing it to shine and bounce off like that. Still a very nice looking Steelbook, and then the inside obviously very colourful. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Just Cause 4. So this one, I was debating on where to put it on the list because it's very plain. As you can see, it's kind of the main cover with just the storm, but there's something about it, and it's got all my fingerprints all over it now, amazingly. But it's got that kind of 3D matte shiny effect on Rico. The spine is there, so props for that, I guess. And then the inside is pretty much a piece of key art that you've probably seen a lot of, but it is a very nice piece of key art. You can see kind of the storms going off in the background. There's a hurricane. Unfortunately, it goes straight down the spine, but it is there. Got a helicopter and some mountains and a river going down the middle. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's the same pose, but it's just a nice, very simple, clean looking Steelbook, and that's why I like it so much. I think the Just Cause 3 one was a bit better because it was blue and colourful, but this one is very nice. The same. Not too much. Don't think there's too much else to say on this one, but yeah, it's a very nice looking Steelbook. So we're into the top 3 now. So I just want to say before we go into them that these are obviously my personal choices of 7. I know there's a lot of Steelbook fans out there, and I would love to know your guys's opinions. Which Steelbooks were your favourite this year? Which were your most disappointing? What you're hoping will be a cool one next year? That would be interesting to know too. There's a few coming out that I'm pretty excited to see. But anyway, so as I mentioned in the dishonorable mentions, Spider-Man could have easily been one of my favourites had they put the title on the spine. And that is because I love the colour red. So I do have the red Spider-Man console. I have a red 360. I have a red PS3. I'd love to get a red Xbox One as well, but there we go. So in at number 3 we have Red Dead Redemption 2. So it's a fairly simple Steelbook, I guess. And that is basically just this nice kind of old-timey looking design with the Red Dead 2 logo on it. But it does have the spine on the correct way up, and then the back is just the Rockstar logo with the same thing, but the shade of the red I personally really like. And then on the inside it is a very incredible looking scene with the 2 gangs. I haven't played the game too much yet, but I believe there's good gang and bad gang. Maybe you guys know what it's about, but it's, regardless of knowing the story or not, it's a very cool kind of standoff looking picture that fits perfectly in a case setting. So, you know, you got one on each side looking towards each other. So yeah, it's just a very nice looking Steelbook. I do need to try and get into this game more. What I played of it I did get a little bored of, but yeah, I need to give it a better chance really. And if nothing else, to see what the Steelbook is housing, because it's a very nice red. So in at number 2, I haven't even taken the label off this yet, but I want to, it's Battlefield 5, and before we look at it closer, I need to give a shout out to my friend Riot Control. He actually gave this to me recently. I haven't got the game yet, it's just the Steelbook, but it's a very nice looking Steelbook. He gave this to me, so huge shout out for him for the gift. It is a very nice looking Steelbook. So on the front is the main, I think it's the main character, but the main kind of promo material. I think she's on the main cover of the standard edition as well. is obviously Battlefield mainline entries in particular. This very iconic kind of like orange sparks and blue and stuff. To make it look, I mean, it's very iconic. You can see, you can spot a Battlefield cover a mile off, and they're very, very well put together. On the side, we have the title, present and correct. On the back, like I said, I haven't taken the label off yet. I need to do that later, but again, that kind of blue sparks and whatnot on it. There it is in all its glory. I do really want to check this game out. I just haven't got around to picking it up yet. Many other games I want to play, so I'm kind of waiting for a sale. But yeah, it's a very, very nice looking Steelbook, very nice blues. It is kind of shiny. The Battlefield is embossed, I believe is the phrase, where it's actually raised, elevated, so it stands out. The inside is where it really shines, in my opinion, because this is a glorious scene of I'm not 100% sure what it is. It's like a tank, I think, moving up maybe, or a base. Yeah, I think there's a tank in there. Either way, it's very colourful. Troops, grass, sky, nice and vibrant, which is something I really love about Steelbooks. It's when you get a nice colourful scene on the inside. So yeah, that is number 2. So for number 1, anybody who's picked up the edition or watched my unboxings and seen it, you might have guessed it already by the stuff I've mentioned along the way. But it is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Just, again, it's red, so I gave it some points for me. But just the design on it in general is just, I love it. Like the Spartan helmet, this kind of Assassin's Creed Greek looking Assassin's Creed logo. We have the title on the spine. On the back you have the other half. So it's very simple, very plain, but very, very red. Which, like I said, I love about it. And then on the inside, like I said about Battlefield, I mean, it's a fairly standard piece of key art, but it's one that's actually on my rotating wallpapers on my desktop, because it is just gorgeous. You just got like colors and scenery and mountain ranges, got the statue and the ocean. Cassandra is the one on the Steelbook, I believe. Yeah, and it's just, I just love this scene. This is one of my favorite pieces of key art of the year, so to have it inside the Steelbook was a winner for me. And then on the outside, it does open up to form a full Spartan helmet, which is cool too. So that is my favourite Steelbook of 2018. There's been, like I said, it's been hit and miss on which ones decided they wanted to put the title on the spine. I'm not really sure why that's a thing, because you put it on your shelf, you want to know what it is, but especially ones like Spider-Man is just plain red, and Darksiders is just plain white, I think, on the spine, so it's really hard to tell what they are just off the spine. So I'll give a quick rundown again. So number 7, we had Forza. At number 6, we had Monster Hunter. At number 5, we had Yakuza. Number 4, we had Just Cause. At number 3, we had Red Dead. At number 2, we had Battlefield 5. And at number 1, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So yeah, make sure to let me know in the comments what your favourite ones of the year were. I'd love to know. Maybe there's some I've missed too. Like, I like to try and keep on top of the ones that have come out, but I mean, I'm sure there's some I've missed as well. So I'd love to know which ones were your guys' favourite. Maybe I'll pick some of them up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video.